Hello. Well, yesterday I said I was going to brag about my weakness, so I guess that's what I'll do. I've, I've often wondered how I can identify the presence of God in me. I, I've always thought it was my strength, my wisdom. I know now that it's not, but I don't really know how to pinpoint that is God. But I'm reminded of Joseph in the Old Testament. Whenever his brothers hated him, they threw him in a pit and then later pulled him out and sold him to the Egyptians as a slave. He made the best of every situation. He didn't have a bad attitude. He wasn't down there hollering, "Woe is me." He just took it with a grain of salt. And I think that's what I need to do, because I don't have to depend on my weakness, because I have the Holy Spirit living in me. And when I can't, He can. He's reminded me of times in the past whenever I struggled with determination that I was not going to give up on whatever it was I was doing. And about time I just was totally exhausted and took a break, He stepped in. I didn't have to ask Him. He knew that I needed Him. So He just said, how about doing it like this, Mary? And I thought, yeah, I hadn't tried that. So he's helped me do stuff that I didn't acknowledge Him at all. But now I can look back and see that, hey, that wasn't you, Mary. So I'm reminded of how Joseph, even whenever he made it to the top, even whenever he was in prison after being accused of something he really didn't do, he was, instead of whining and crying about it, he just made the best of it. And this impressed the prison guard. And so he was elevated to be over the other prisoners. And I'm not going into the fact that he interpreted dreams and was able to get himself out of prison because he had interpreted dreams. You have to read about that, but he was taken out of prison and put over all of Egypt because there was a famine in the land, and he had the wisdom to know that because he had Pharaoh had dreams that Jacob interpreted that more or less said that there was going to be 7 years excuse me, of lots and lots of crops. Mercy. And then it would be followed by 7 years of drought. And so God gave Joseph the wisdom to say, this is what you need to do. And so Pharaoh said, well, there's not anybody in Egypt that's as wise as you are, so I'm going to put you over all this. You're in charge. So, well, because my nose is snotting and I've already gone over the 4-minute mark, I'm going to try to continue this tomorrow. God bless you.